Hello and welcome on Sport Updates on Trust TV. Adeni G. Shafe. We'll quickly run through some sporting stories alongside Emmanuel Fashimi. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, let's start with basketball, where Kwara Falcons are actually defending champions of Nigerian Basketball League. Right now, they are ready to get an open screening for players. They will be opening their camp for players to come and showcase their talent so that they can pick the best. Despite the fact that they didn't do well much at the BAL, but at least they were able to shock all the big teams last season to win the Basketball League. So that's why right now they've opened their camp. They will be doing that to make sure all the talents will be coming to Ilorin. Come and showcase us your basketball skills and let's pick you. Good one from Kwara Falcons.
Yeah, good one from Kwara Falcons. The camp will open on the 18th, but proper registration and what have you. The whole exercise will start on the 19th to 20-something. I think about 3 days or 4 days of trials for players who wants to play for the Kwara Falcons. They are the defending champions of the Nigeria Basketball League tournament, which has not started. Though their representation at the BAL Africa, I think the Savannah Conference wasn't the Southern BAL African tournament was not a good one because they lost all their 3 games and they didn't qualify properly to play in the BAL Africa tournament event. But good one that they have opened their campaign. That's to show you that they want to defend their title that they won the last time out. But can they actually defend the title? Because I believe other teams are also ready this time around. But for them to actually move these very fast and trying to get players, I think it's a welcome development for Kwara Falcons. Get some players to add to the ones they already have on ground, and let's see if they can defend their title, and probably they go back to BAL and do better than their last outing.
Well, participating at the BAL, that is Basketball League Africa, where they actually lost all their games there in that particular competition. But right now, looking at Kwara Falcons trying to open camp for a lot of talented basketballers, especially in Ilorin, where their base is, that will give an opportunity for them to pick the best of all. You know, at times when you open your camp for people to come and try their luck, the fact that you open the door for people, you see a lot of talent that you never expect that will be springing up there.
Yeah, a good one, because it's what they actually want is to see other talents out there that they've not seen before, and opening that door. Everybody can, if you can go from Abuja, wherever you are in Nigeria, if you can go, you are welcome. Just go there, showcase your talent, make sure that you are good, and you'll get picked by Kwara Falcons. And that's to tell you the level of their transparency. They want to be transparent with everything. They don't want to say, okay, let's just tie to Kwara alone. Let's also have other persons who will come in and say, let's see if we can have good players. And the transparency, like I said, is a good one and welcome development from Kwara Falcons. So whoever deemed it free from Abuja, they are hearing it from Trust TV right now. They can go to Ilorin, go to Kwara, and then
try their luck.
And if they get picked, they will be playing for Kwara Falcons in the Nigerian Basketball League.
That's why we always want to make sure we at least get those updates up there for you to have a feel of what's happening. Kwara Falcons, they are ready to do open camp where best of the best basketballers will showcase their slam and dunk sport of basketball in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital there. Right now, let's talk about football. Well, 8 teams, they are so far qualified for the NNL, Nigeria National League Super 8, that will be coming up. But right now, Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, has been picked as a venue for this year edition of the Super 8 playoffs. Stephen Keshi Stadium is becoming a hub of different athletics or football matters now. They just hosted the Women's Super 6. Now,
Super 8 is going there. If it is not brought to world standard, are we going to be having this tournament? No, but it's a good one. As in, let's just give a thumbs up to Delta State government actually putting up this edifice so that we can have it and use it whenever we want to use it. And for all of the 8 teams, the likes of EFCC, Sporting Lagos have already qualified for the Super 8. And the Super 8, that is where we are going to produce the 4 teams that will come to the MPFL. My concern is EFCC because I'm based in Abuja, so that's my that's my own team. So where their chances at the Super 8 is a very big one because all of the teams that qualify as good as the way you are going there. So I think EFCC should just do us proud by getting that ticket to the MPFL.
Let's see how it's going to be because the Min-jae Stadium Asaba will be the host of this Super 8 where 8 teams like AFCC, Belkuta Stormers, Sporting Lagos, Kano Pillars, Katsina United, Heartland FC, not forgetting DMD also participating in this competition. Also FC1 Rocket, they are there. Let's see where the Rockets will be landing them. Will they go to the MPFL or they will still be in the NNL? We wait to see. Those 8 teams will be fighting for honors over there at Min-jae Stadium, Asaba. We're still talking about football, but this time around we go a bit out of Nigeria, but it has to do with Nigerian Football Federation saying we are going to at least support all the teams that participate in the CAF competition. Looking at that story there, well, Nigerian clubs at CAF Interclub competition will get our support. NFL, well, using the fact that we have Delta Queens, they will play at the WAF will be women before they go for CAF champions if they qualify. And also we have already Remo Stars, Eyimba, and also Rivers United. Well,
yes.
We wait for Bende Insurance and Rangers.
Well, for the NFF, these are part of the support. That is what they are supposed to give. I know when it comes to football in Africa, we also have our own politicking. Because if you look at, it's not that some of these North African countries, their clubs are better than that of Nigeria. It's just because they have a better organization and then better pack, as in welfare package.
That means better. Yeah, better.
No, in terms of play,
Okay, performance.
Performance. It's not that they are better than us, but you see, motivation is key to anything in life. Why those players play the way they play is because they have been motivated. They know that there is a backbone. There's something they have.
After winning this match,
something
we are getting this amount of money. If I get injured, I'm going to be treated. So if we are going for events or competition, we are taking flight. We are not going to go by road.
A lot. So motivation has been given to them. So why wouldn't they go onto the beach and kill themselves there? But right now, I think the NFF has actually learned a lesson. They are at least going through. They are just going through the right direction. It's something. These are things that should have been happening even before now. But now they've. I think. Thank God. They've opened their eyes, they've seen it. So we should have, they should give that support. Whatever support they can give to all of the teams that will be participating in the continent is a good one. And for Rivers United, Enyimba, Remo Stars, Delta Queens, Rangers or Bendel Insurance, I think they should be given a better welfare package.
A better welfare package, good one, at least will help them to go out there, have that mentality that, okay, after all, we have something to fall back on if we eventually do well. But right now, when it comes to football in Africa, we know that the North African side have really dominated it. You can't take that away from Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia clubs. They've done so well. And then you look at southern part of Africa, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, and you look at the new teams coming up. Seriously, the likes of Yanga,
even let's not forget TP
Mazembe of Congo, all of them. But right now, it's high time West African clubs, be it from Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, we should come back, Senegal, come back and to that mainframe. It's been a while you've seen a West African team doing well, either for the women or even for the men.
Yes, I think the West African countries most especially have actually, let me say, as in, let me say they went back.
Or football left West Africa.
Football level, in fact.
Football left West Africa and moved to North Africa and South Africa.
And South Africa, and it's not good. I remember in the 90s, the likes of Asec Mimosa.
So popular.
Asec Mimosa, you'll be hearing Asec Mimosa beat Zamalek of Egypt, beat this same Al Ali, as in. But over the years, even Asec Mimosa right now, you don't even see them in.
Look at Shooting Stars of Ibadan.
Look
at when they were IICC. The name alone.
When you hear these names, they give all these North African teams a lot of trouble. Shooting Stars of Ibadan, Boko, this is Lions, Boko, Julius Berger, Iwanyamu National. When they are going, you know that yes.
If you go to Ghana, Asante Kotoko, those names.
Those names. So sincerely speaking, I think you rightly pointed out, the West African countries, their football is dying. If they don't do something very fast, look at what Morocco did. The first team to play in the World Cup semi-final, and we've always been thinking that it's going to be a West African team that will actually do that. But now attention has shifted to the North Africans, because why? They know that football, they understand that football is business. But for the West African team, corruption, want to sit, want to get it at all costs, want to be there. We are just still sitting down on our past glory. Yes, we are this. No, it has gone past that stage. Only Senegal right now.
And that's national team. I'm even talking about club side.
Club side.
They are, even the Senegal club side, they are still not doing well in Africa.
They are not doing well when it comes to club side. When last did you see a club side from Senegal doing so well in the CAF Cup? If not for Nigeria, let me say only Nigeria and then Cote d'Ivoire. But for Ghana over the years also, their club side are not doing well when it comes to the continent. But for Nigeria, at least to an extent, we've been managing, struggling, pushing.
Once we preliminary stage.
Once we meet the North African teams, we are out. Except maybe we play our own West African neighbor, or maybe some of these Southern African teams that are not up to standard. But seriously speaking, the West African countries need to wake up and revive their club football.
But even though we can't take anything away from Eyimba, 2000 and 2004, they did it back to back, but that was about 10 at least 20 years ago. Nearly 20 years ago.
The teams they played are still on the world, let me say on the world stage. The likes of Al Ahly Ismaili of Egypt, are they not still
Casablanca,
so
Raja, all of them.
Eyimba won it back to back. And that was all. These teams have got to finals after Eyimba won it from them. So I think the West African countries, they need to revive their club football. They need to get it right.
Now, as you speak right now, the North African clubs have made it so easy that you can easily remember at least 4 or 5 clubs from North Africa.
Seriously?
GS Kabylie, Raja Casablanca, this and that. You easily remember. Now, if you mention West African clubs, maybe due to old glory.
If not that you mention Ashanti Kotoko,
Now, Asek Mimosa, I remember Rashidi Yakini, the late Rashidi Yakini played for them when they were really hot. You understand? And you look at a particular cotton sport of Benin Republic.
Where are they? If not of risk, okay, let's say they played the last season, I think CAF Confederations Cup. But when last did you hear this name? All you hear is whether Casablanca, Al Ahly, Constantine,
even now,
my
fear is, look at South Sudan, Juba. You have a team from Sudan, Al Khartoum or thereabout, Al Ittihad, all coming to play in Africa at this CAF Champions League. You look at South African League, Mamelodi Sundown, Orlando Pirates, Zambia, they are there. They are trying to. Now, look at Yanga, Tanzania, bonding our Nigerian team from this tournament.
Big one. I was actually surprised, because if you look at the pedigree of Rivers United,
our league
to Tanzanian league, I was like,
what happened?
If we lose to maybe a team from Ghana, was okay, but not Tanzania.
Oh my goodness, we've been talking concerning Nigerian football, that's club football right now. Also, West African clubs need to really up their game. They have to do well in this next year's CAF Interclub competition, because really football has really left West Africa to move to North Africa or Southern Africa right now. Something must be done, except nationally, where Senegal are still one of the forces to be reckoned with. In fact, they dominate Africa so far. But when it comes to club football, West African clubs are really behind those North African clubs. Right now, we move away from that particular story. Let's talk about a particular department in Nigerian football, that is Super Eagles. They'll be playing against Sierra Leone, the Leone Stars, on Sunday over there in Monrovia, Liberia. But the goalkeeping department is really a questionable one right now. Uzoho is not going to be around because he is not among the goalkeepers playing. But we have 3 goalkeepers there. Let's look at that story. Adeleye, Sochima, Olorunloeke, who could stand in for Francis Uzoho. Adeleye plays straight over there in Israel. You have Sochima with Rivers United. You have Olorunloeke with Eyimba. Among these 3 players, who among them will step in to at least keep for us on Sunday?
Well, if I'm going to place them in the order you mentioned, I think I will probably go for Adeleye if I'm the goalkeeper, because
if you are the goalkeeper,
if I'm the coach, sorry, if I'm the coach, I will probably go for Adeleye. Why? Because I think he has had this better understanding with his team. That is Jerusalem, Hapoel Jerusalem in Israel, and he commands respect in that team. And what makes you a good goalkeeper, because I actually watched some clips of him. It's not that maybe I watched, at least I saw some clips of Adeleye. A good goalkeeper should be able to control the defense line. Controlling the defense line is not that maybe you are whatever, but you should be able to talk to your defenders, tell them when they are going wrong, and that is what makes best goalkeepers in the world. The likes of Onana, you see the way they talk to their defenders. When you are not doing well, they shout at you. That is what a goalkeeper should do. Somebody like Francis Uzoho, let me quickly say this. It's not the kind of goalkeeper that should be in Super Eagles, because he doesn't talk to his defenders. He doesn't, I don't know what he's afraid of. But if you look at these three goalkeepers, why I will not go for the home-based goalkeeper? Because one, you know how we behave in this part of the world. You are playing the local league, but that should not be the yardstick. If he's good, he should be in between the stick, and to me, he's very good.
But you are a bit contradictory now. You said the reason why you will not pick home base. Why you are yet to mention the reason why you will not pick the home base? Then you say, well, if they are good enough, they should pick them. Can you clarify that?
That is, I say, if I'm the coach, I will go for Adeleye.
Okay.
But on a second choice, I will use the home-based goalkeeper.
Which of them?
Because
both of them are home base. One is with Enyimba, Olorunleke Ojo. Soshima is with Rivers
I will use the one of Enyimba. Olorunleke.
Can you tell me why you are picking?
Why I'm picking? Because he's a lanking goalkeeper. I believe we saw the whole games in the Super 6.
You can have the graphics of those goalkeepers there. I just want to punch your
yes.
They are all lanky. Look at them.
They are all lanky,
the two home base seems to be more lankier than
that of Enyimba. For that of Enyimba goalkeeper.
Leke is the one that the lighting complexion.
The lighting
with the red jersey. Soshima is the one in black. Then Adeleye is the one in green.
I think Enyimba's game against Rivers United, I think it was the one that kept Enyimba in that game, because fantastic saves on that evening. If not, Rivers United would have beaten Enyimba. Sincerely speaking, because he was so good that I actually clapped after that game. I gave him thumbs up and I clapped for him because he was fantastic. If he can keep up like that, then he should be contending for #1 spot in the Super Eagles.
Now, let's not forget the fact that we still have other goalkeepers. For example, I remember Nobu, even though he's not been invited. You know, his case is a bit somehow. Usoho is still there. Okoye is still there. Okoye can still come back. Then there's this Remo Stars goalkeeper, Kayode, is also there. Fantastic goalkeeper. In fact, one of the best when it comes to Nigerian league. He's also there. And then aside that, I think there's another one goalkeeper that is foreign based that we're yet to actually give a call up to. So it's still open. But it's high time we actually know our top goalkeeper. Because I remember in those days, Peter Rufai, the one they called Udo Mayana, was there as #1 goalkeeper. You see him marshalling the back. The way he talked to, in fact, he was the captain. So the way he talked to the players, you see that this is the man in charge. Before Ikeshurumu came on, Ikeshurumu too had his chance. He was able to, wow, I'm here to stay. I want to do something. Then we have the cat, that is Enyama. Enyama was there to also, despite that it might not be as lanky as Ikeshurumu, but he showed that really he knows what to do with his flexibility and all that. But since Enyama left, then we had Kali Keme,
who would have been
the best, another good goalkeeper, but due to leukemia and all that. Now, after that, this particular phase of goalkeepers,
trial and error.
It has been a big gambling. We have been trying to gamble between Uzoho and Okoye, this goalkeeper that was in South Africa, and Akpeyi. Yes, Akpeyi. Akpeyi, Uzoho, Okoye. Then we tried Nobu. We are trying this Adeleye and Sochima and Ojo now.
Adeni, sincerely speaking, I think we have been doing trial and error with goalkeepers since Enyama left. Kale Kweme would have been the best. he came in, if not for the illness and what have you. But right now, I think for me personally, Uzoho and Okoye are not, even Akpeyi are not the kind of goalkeepers I actually want to
It's
see.
just because we don't have options.
Yes, we don't have us, but now we have options. You made mention of a lot of goalkeepers right now. We have options. It's not left for the coach to actually make.
It's not. At least if these three goalkeepers or any other one that we can still put are good enough to challenge Uzoho and actually fight for it, so be it.
If I see Jose Pizarro right now, I think I would tell him to stick with these three goalkeepers because these three goalkeepers are good. Then probably add that of Kayode, that of Remo Stars to make it 4. And now, if you don't use Adeleye, you are sure to use Sochima
or
Ojo, or you use Kayode. And these 4 goalkeepers, to tell you the truth, I think they are good. Adeleye is good. Sochima, Ojo, Kayode, these 4 goalkeepers are good. So what Jose Pizarro should do right now is just try out these 4 goalkeepers and then pick one. Whichever one you pick, I tell you, you are going to get what you want from the goalkeeper.
I just hope that issue of seniority will not come to play, because I noticed that before you know it now, even though we know that if we had to put goalkeeper by side by side, the time when Nigeria really had goalkeeper like Emmanuel Okala, Peter Rufai, and all of them, Francis Uzoho doesn't stand a chance.
It won't even come first 5.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've been talking concerning Nigeria and goalkeeping department. They are aware 3 players right now that just been given the call up. They are there. They will be, and one of them will have to man the post for Nigeria on Sunday against Sierra Leone Stars there at Adeleye, Olonleke Ojo, and also Sochima Chuko, who will be staying among the 3 of them at the goal post for Nigeria. We wait to see who Coach Pizarro will be picking concerning that game. Quickly, let's run through 2 transfer stories before we wrap it up. Bayern Munich to rival Manchester United for Napoli's defender Min-jae. It was Man United that actually show interest mostly, in fact, agreeing personal agreement with him. But right now, Bayern want to snatch that particular deal away from you guys. And I know you're a Man U fan.
Well, everybody is trying out their luck. If he has had a personal, we've seen players who have personal terms, agreement with a team. At the end of the day, they move to another team.
Robinho was almost going to.
Okay, in case of Robinho, almost. In fact, I think that deal
was
like,
in London.
Almost in London, and they hijacked that deal
to Man City.
So a lot of things happens with these players. But for he's a good defender. We know probably that Harry Maguire will not stay in that team, so they need a replacement for Harry Maguire, and probably Lindelof is also going.
Let's see how it goes for Min-jae. Bayern Munich right now running to see how they can get him out of the hand of Manchester United, who wants to get him man away from Napoli. A big one there for the South Korean player. And now let's look at the last one that had to do with Saudi Arabian team called Al Tawun. They offered Atletico Madrid's Alvaro Morata 15 million euros a year. That is a whooping for the 2.8 million pounds. No. They should just appoint me as their PA.
These guys are just doling out money without even blinking an eye. Well, I know all what they want. They want development. They want their league to also be a viable one. They want to also start pushing. They want to compete with the European league, because to tell you the truth, who watches their league? No, nobody watches their league.
People are watching now.
But for attention a bit, right, Ronaldo is there, so people started following them. Sometimes I had to just go on my phone and watch Al-Nassr's game. Before now, what concerns
and now you already have
Benzema there, so a lot of our attention is shifting to the Middle East. But if for Alvaro Morata, because most of them, they want to play for money, then they should go to Saudi Arabia. Except you want to play for, okay, you want to stay in Europe.
Like I mentioned, Morata should make you his PA. Would you stay?
If he makes me his PA, at this point in time, I will just check out.
You won't even mind leaving the studio. What a way to go. Saudi club Al Tawun offers Atletico Madrid Alvaro Morata a whooping sum of 15 million euros to join them over there in Saudi league. The professional league is getting so bamboozled right now, so buzzed up, because a lot of money flying around. Well, we have Kante moving to Al Ittihad, joining Benzema there in Al Ittihad, and we also see Al Hilal trying to get some players from Europe. Well, for Al Nassr, Ronaldo is there. Arabia, and they're also trying to see if they can get Wilfried to join them over there in Saudi Arabia. What a big one from Saudi. They are really splashing the cash. After all, they have the money. Well, Emmanuel Fashemi, hopefully, just want to be a footballer. Let them sign for £20 million.
Well, at this point in time, I will just sit on the bench.
So painful. It's late now. Anyway, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. As we say, sport is business and fitness. Thanks for watching.